Okay guys, I wanted to show you something I made today. I had a couple of hours of spare time, so I came up with a little project that I think some of you might find interesting. As you may know, I love this plugin by Neural DSP. Um, but my problem is that when I'm practicing and I need to change the tone, it kind of takes me out of the zone when I need to grab the mouse and start, going through the pages and or change the preset. It's just kind of, I don't like going for the mouse when I'm trying to play guitar. So I thought about connecting a MIDI controller to the computer, but my MIDI controller is too old. It doesn't have USB. So then I started thinking about a USB MIDI controller, but they're not super expensive, but you're talking about $100 or $200. And then I started thinking about maybe I can make something cheaper here. And I'd like to present my low-cost MIDI controller. It's right here. So what we have here is two prototype boards. They cost about $1 each. We have a Raspberry Pi Pico microcontroller. Those cost about $4. And we have some pennies worth of micro switches and wires here. You can buy these micro switches. I think you get 100 of them for $1. So they're literally pennies, right? And it's connected via USB here to my computer. So now when we go here, I can start changing the patches by clicking these switches on this board. So here on the bottom row, I have the program change commands, program changes this. So these change the patches, right? And on the top row, I put what is called CC message. It's a control change message. And I can use those. As you can see, I have 6 buttons here, and that's because there are 6 effects blocks in this plugin. So I can, for example, go from, they're in order, so I can switch on and off the compressor here, or I can go for the overdrive 1, I can go for overdrive 2, I can switch the chorus, and then there's the time-based effects here, so I can switch on and off the delay and the reverb. So I can control all the individual effects blocks and the presets with this tiny little MIDI controller that took me a couple of hours to make and costs about, I don't know, $6 and change in parts. And the next step, I think, this is kind of just a proof of concept that I can do this with this microcontroller and a couple of switches. And what I think I will do next is I will get a bigger plastic enclosure and I will get some of these arcade buttons and I will slap these on a plastic box. So then it's a little bit bigger and I can actually, if I put it on the floor, I think these arcade switches are good to switch with my feet if I want to, or if I put it on the table, I can switch with my hands. I think these, I don't wear shoes inside, so if I'm stepping on these, I think I can step on these buttons and not crush them. So I think that's going to be my next upgrade, but that's going to make this at least worth $20 then. So that's a big jump in price, but I'm pretty happy with how quickly this came together, and I think I'll keep you guys updated when I get the parts to make the bigger version with the arcade buttons. Alright, thanks guys.